He was born with dragon blood in his veins, but he never wanted to become one. That changed the day he watched humans kill his father. In that instant, grief and rage unlocked a terrifying power inside him. Without a second thought, he leaped off a cliff. His body transformed, and he soared through the sky as a massive dragon. At the same time, ancient memories buried in his blood surged into his mind. Dragons' long-forgotten secrets. The truth was horrifying. All dragons were male. With no females of their own, they kidnapped human girls to breed. Once pregnant, the dragons burned the girls alive. As their bodies turned to ash, a dragon child emerged from the flames. For centuries, dragons' overwhelming power kept humanity in terror. With no way to fight back, people had only one grim option: sacrifice young girls to the beasts. This brutal tradition dragged on for generations until one warrior shattered it. He couldn't stand watching the woman he loved get taken forever. Vowing to save her even if it cost his life, he forged his love into unbreakable strength and embarked on a deadly quest. He finally reached the dragon's lair. After a brutal fight, he slew the beast and became a legendary dragon slayer. The boy with dragon blood refused to let history repeat. He hid in the narrow cliff crevices. Every time he shifted into dragon form, the tight rock trapped his massive body, stopping him from ever flying free again. Centuries have passed. People haven't seen any dragon again, and now the dragon has become just a story for people. People have forgotten its terror, and the sacrifice ritual has slowly turned into a wedding ceremony. Today, the region's ruler duke's daughter's wedding is on. The king has chosen Igor, a descendant of the famous dragon slayer, for his daughter Miroslava. In happiness, the ecstatic Igor told people to sing dragon songs and began pulling his bride Miroslava, who was lying in a boat dressed in her most beautiful attire, toward him with a rope. The people are very happy, and so is Miroslava. They are certain that dragons are gone. They have no idea what a huge mistake they've made by mocking the dragon song. At that very moment, the oil lamp placed next to the princess suddenly went out. Clouds turned black, fierce winds began to blow, the sky resounded with the dragon's roar, and suddenly a massive dragon pounced on the king's daughter. The people just kept watching. No one understood what was happening. Not even Igor. He just stood there helplessly, watching the dragon abducted his bride. The massive dragon flies away, carrying Miroslava high above the skies, and leaves her on a lonely, desolate island. The place is shrouded in profound darkness. The island itself seems cursed, its landscape formed from the gigantic skeleton of an ancient dragon. Enormous ribs rise like twisted trees, and massive bones lie scattered everywhere. There is no clear path of escape. No one can flee from such a place. Miroslava is terrified and heartbroken. In the midst of her fear, she notices a boy on the island. Gathering her courage, she approaches him and asks, "Who are you? What is your name?" The boy remains silent. He does not answer her. In fact, he does not even know his own name. He looks confused, distant, as though he has been there since childhood, abandoned and forgotten. Miroslava feels pity for him. Since he has no name, she decides to give him one. She calls him Arman. They begin to speak to each other, slowly breaking the silence of the island. But suddenly, a horrifying dragon appears before them. The ground trembles beneath its weight. Miroslava freezes in fear and tightly shuts her eyes. When she finally gathers the courage to open them again, Arman is nowhere to be seen. Instead, strange, mysterious little creatures surround her. They look unnatural and eerie, watching her with curious, unsettling expressions. Miroslava feels disturbed and overwhelmed. Tears fill her eyes because she believes that the dragon must have taken Arman away with it. In her frustration and despair, she picks up a stone and begins hitting the wall with it. This wall, made from the massive skeletons of dragons, cannot hold for long and collapses. As the wall falls, by coincidence, a hidden path becomes clear, leading toward the other side of the island. Seeing this, Miroslava immediately starts moving along that path, hoping that it might lead her to freedom. But she cannot go very far when the dragon suddenly appears again in front of her and blocks her way. It tries to attack her. Miroslava quickly moves aside and barely manages to save herself. Below the rocky ground, there is a vast stretch of water crashing against the edge of the island. At that moment, Arman appears. One of the same mysterious creatures that Miroslava saw earlier is also with him. The creature seems ready to attack Miroslava, but Arman orders it to stop. Instantly, the creature obeys him without any hesitation. Miroslava's heart fills with suspicion and fear. How can he control these creatures? Is Arman himself a dragon? While trying to save herself, Miroslava suddenly slips and begins to fall from the rocky edge. Without thinking for even a moment, Arman also jumps after her to save Miroslava, and suddenly he transforms into a massive dragon. With the help of his powerful wings, he rushes forward and catches her before she can fall into the water below. But he cannot fully control this transformation. Losing balance and strength, both of them fall into the water together. Arman manages to save Miroslava, but he himself becomes badly injured. Miroslava somehow manages to stand up and begins screaming for help. Arman, who has now returned to his human form, lies unconscious. Seeing the opportunity, Miroslava was just about to crush Arman's head when suddenly she realizes that he fell while saving her. He protected her. Perhaps he is not a cruel dragon after all. With great difficulty, she pulls him out of the water, and in this effort the mysterious creature also helps her. As she brings him back to the island, Arman begins transforming into a dragon again, but he quickly loses consciousness and reverts to human form. All his energy has been exhausted. The next morning, Miroslava decides that she cannot stay there any longer. "I will escape from here," she tells herself. But that very day, a violent storm erupts. Thunder roars, lightning tears across the sky, and the raging sea makes everything terrifying. Escaping from there becomes impossible. Night falls. Seeing the wounded Arman, Miroslava feels pity for him, because when she herself was injured, Arman had also helped her. She cleans his wounds and carefully applies a paste made from herbs she finds on the island, then bandages him. That night, she dreams that Igor has come to rescue her. The moment she sees Igor, she hugged him tightly, saying that she knew he would surely come to save her. But when she wakes up, it is not Igor beside her, but Arman. He softly tells her, "Calm down, you are safe with me." Days pass. Slowly, trust begins to grow between them. Their fear begins to turn into understanding. They become true friends. They play together, swim in the clear water, and run freely across the island. Where there was once silence, laughter now echoes. But one day Arman grows troubled. He thinks to himself, "She trusts me, but what if the beast inside me awakens someday and harms her?" So he decides to tell Miroslava the truth. He tells Miroslava that his father was a dragon, and he wanted him to live like a dragon as well, but he wanted to live like a human. He wanted to live peacefully among people, so he refused to become a dragon. But one day, while he was playing, he witnessed something horrifying. A human warrior arrived there and killed his father right before his eyes. That warrior was none other than Igor's grandfather, the famous dragon slayer. Arman confesses that the murder of his father filled him with hatred and anger against humans, and he wanted to take revenge on them by becoming a dragon. But when he transformed into a dragon for the first time, the memories of his father and ancestors shook him deeply. In those memories of the past, he saw how much cruelty his father and ancestors had inflicted upon humans. He saw that there were no female dragons in the world, and that his ancestors used to kidnap young virgin girls in order to continue the dragon bloodline. And when those girls became pregnant, they were burned alive, and from the ashes of those burned girls, new infants were born. I was born in the same way. That is why I am neither fully human nor fully dragon. He looks at Miroslava with deep intensity. He says that after learning the truth, the feeling of revenge inside him disappeared and he began to hate dragons themselves. "I have always tried to control myself. I am not like those dragons who burn humans without mercy. I forced myself not to transform. I fought against my own blood. I tried to live as a human being." "But Miroslava, on the day of your wedding, why were your people singing that same ancient ritual song?" "That song is an invitation to summon dragons, a song people used to sing when they sacrificed their daughters in order to save themselves from the wrath of dragons. The moment I heard that song, the beast inside me lost control, and even I could not understand why I abducted you." Miroslava says that she knows he does not want to kill her, but if he truly cares about her that much, then why doesn't he take her back home? Arman says that it is not that simple. "The dragon can sense you, and if I touch you, I will transform into a dragon again." Miroslava steps one step closer to him and said, "All right." She says gently, "Do not be troubled. I will help you control the beast within you." Arman looks at her carefully and asks, "Do you truly believe that someone will come to rescue you from this island?" "Yes," she replies confidently. "I am waiting for my fiancé. We love each other deeply. Remember this, he will surely come to take me." Arman says that if that is the case, then it is good, because this is a magical island and only someone who truly loves another person can see this island. Time passes. Now Miroslava is no longer in a hurry to escape from here, because she has begun to see the goodness within Arman. She begins to understand the struggle inside him. She realizes that he is not a monster by his own choice. They laugh together, talk for long hours, and slowly, they become true companions. But all this is merely Miroslava's pretense. In reality, she is restless to go to Igor. Her plan is to somehow distract Arman and keep the demon inside him calm. But things don't go according to her plan. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, but Igor hasn't come even now. Now a real attachment has started to grow between them, and both begin to feel attracted to each other. The next day, she tells Arman that she can't live like this. They have to make this place livable. Both pick up necessary and makeshift items from the sea wreckage and make one corner of the cave livable. Miroslava gives Arman an aerophone in return for his help. Miroslava says that this aerophone will help him keep the demon inside him calm. And that's exactly what happens. By playing the instrument, Arman finds great peace. Now Arman has fallen in love with Miroslava. Perhaps Miroslava has also started to love him. But the fear of the dragon still lingers in her mind. One day when Arman is coming with flowers for Miroslava, he realizes that Miroslava probably doesn't want to stay here. Just this realization triggers the demon inside him, and the flowers in his hands burn up. But soon he realizes that any kind of relationship between him and Miroslava is impossible because he has no control over the demon inside him, and he doesn't want to harm Miroslava in any way. So he tells Miroslava to leave from here, and he will help her get out. She refuses, says that she doesn't want to leave here now. Rather, she wants to spend her entire life right here with him. Miroslava's words awaken Arman's shattered hopes. He says that if you stay with me, I can control the beast inside me. He promises Miroslava that I will become a gentleman. Both start coming closer, but as soon as Miroslava touches Arman, the demon inside him gets triggered again, and before he can transform into a dragon, Arman jumps down from the edge of the cliff. To control himself, he starts playing the aerophone given by Miroslava. As soon as the tune of the aerophone reaches his ears, he gains control over the dragon. But just as he is about to go up, his eyes fall on a small boat. When he checked it, he found some food supplies and a map on it. Arman instantly realizes that Miroslava is preparing to escape, and for so many days, she has just been pretending false love with me. He goes to Miroslava, saying that your secret is out. I know you are preparing to run away, and for so many days you have been fooling me. He asks Miroslava why she did this after all. He had even given her permission to leave from here. In fact, he was going to help her. Miroslava has no answer. Her lies have weakened Arman's willpower. He tells Miroslava to leave from here as soon as morning comes, because now he has no control over the dragon. Miroslava tries to convince him that she has truly started to love him, saying that you need me. Arman screams in anger, saying that I don't need you. The dragon needs you. Saying this, he throws away the aerophone given by Miroslava and goes inside the narrow cave to imprison the demon inside him. The next morning, Miroslava leaves this place by boat. Meanwhile, Igor is shown searching for Miroslava with his men for a long time, but he cannot find that island because he does not love Mira, nor does Mira love him. Igor no longer wants to wander in this dark sea, and he tells the commander to take him back home. An argument breaks out between the commander and Igor about returning. Suddenly, there is an explosion in the sky and light spreads everywhere. Just then, Igor sees a boat coming from the front, and Miroslava is in it. Seeing Miroslava alive, he begins to pretend to be happy. The commander tells Miroslava to take him to the island where the dragon is. Miroslava says that the dragon died after crashing into the rocks. Although he wants to go there, Miroslava says that she is telling the truth. There is no dragon there, and she does not want to return to that island. She just wants to go to her home. He brings them back to the palace. Miroslava's father becomes very happy to see her. Once again, preparations begin for Miroslava and Igor's wedding. And on the morning when Miroslava is to be married, according to the wedding ritual, she is laid down in a boat. Igor is pulling the boat toward himself, but there are tears in the eyes of Miroslava lying in the boat, because she does not love Igor but Arman. Despite the fact that he is both a human and a dragon and her life is in danger because of him. And now she has realized that she truly loves Arman. That is why she says that she cannot marry. She loves the dragon, that is, Arman. Hearing this, everyone becomes shocked. At the same time, Arman is shown, who is missing Miroslava very much, and in that very memory, he jumps down from above. Here Miroslava once again starts singing the same song that attracts dragons. Igor tries to pull her rope toward himself, but Miroslava removes the rope from the boat. After a while the winds change, and just then Arman arrives there in the form of a dragon. Seeing this, Miroslava becomes happy, and the dragon lifts Miroslava and begins to take her with him. Igor is about to attack the dragon with a spear, but the commander stops him and says that he never loved Miroslava, and he cannot endanger everyone's life by attacking him. Let them go. The dragon takes Miroslava back to his place, where he is about to burn her. Because now Arman cannot control the dragon's thoughts and mind. Miroslava is not afraid of him. She says that she loves him, no matter what form he is in. Hearing this, the dragon becomes surprised, and now Arman's consciousness awakens and takes control of the dragon. After that, still in the form of a dragon, he rests his head in Miroslava's lap because for the first time someone has loved a dragon. Many years pass, and now the two of them also have a daughter whom they love very much. A mysterious creature takes care of their daughter. Now the dragon is completely under Arman's control, and he can transform between dragon and human whenever he wants. He does not harm anyone. Instead, when he comes in his dragon form, he lets his wife Miroslava ride on him. With this, the story of this film comes to an end here. We hope that you liked this story.